So the hosts of Fox and Friends had to apologize for a graphic showing up on screen during their show. Now, apparently there was a little bit of insanity in the control room on Monday morning, and I want to show you video taken here of that segment. This was just taken by somebody on Twitter. And here we've got a commercial, and oops. So for one, okay, I love that because the segment is taking on campus culture, as if that's like the greatest threat facing the United States right now. We've had the government shut down for over a month. Come on, like, and this is over a non-crisis, which would be the the so-called immigrant caravan or immigration. Oh, we're in crisis. We're in crisis. By the way, let's go after the campus culture. And while we're in the middle of that segment, or getting back to that segment, we're going to accidentally show you a picture of Ruth Bader Ginsburg as if she just died. Well, she's not dead. She's very much alive, actually. And I want to give you that apology here from Steve Ducey. He said later in the program, quote, "We need to apologize. A technical error in the control room triggered a graphic of RGB with a date on it. We don't want it to make it seem like anything other than that was a mistake. That was an accident. Oops. We apologize. Big mistake," co-host Ainsley Earnhardt added. And a Fox News spokesperson told The Hill, quote, "This is a technical error that emanated from the graphics team." Yeah, of course it's a mistake. That happens all the time. I put up weird, mistaken graphics all the time. But here's the thing. They already had that ready. Does anyone else find it a little disturbing that they were primed and ready to go for the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Like, they're just waiting for her to keel over, right? I mean, they're ready to go. They can't wait. And they're priming their audience for it. At least that's what makes me think it happens. Now, of course, politically, this would be a win for conservatives because guess what? Donald Trump would get a third Supreme Court pick, which would be a disaster, in my opinion. But look, thankfully, of course, RBG it wasn't even involved in the segment, had nothing to do with that. The graphic came out, but now to talk about her for a minute, she's actually in fairly good health now. She had a fall. She ended up breaking a couple of ribs, which is crazy. Went in, they found cancer, and then they removed the cancer. And she's actually expected to return to the bench as there is no more evidence of that cancer. So, in a way, that fall is kind of advantageous. Because had that not happened, had she not went to the hospital, she might have kept going with cancerous cells in her lungs. So, they found it, they removed it, they treated it, and now she's slated to go back to the bench. So, great. As far as RBGs concerned coming back to the bench, look, man, I get worried every time that there's that she trends. It's kind of like worrying about Betty White. Like, oh no, don't, swear to God. If this is what I think it is, this is terrible. It's terrible news. Oh, thank God she's not dead. Because what we need right now is we need Ruth Bader Ginsburg to stay strong and to continue to serve on the bench. We need you for just a few more years. So, just stay strong. Whatever you need, we got it. Donate a kidney, donate whatever. You can have it. Just stay alive. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.